Welcome to this episode where I'll be sharing with you all of the high converting website features that you need to create a consistent flow of high quality leads. And I'll be showing you how to bring better clients in at higher value projects on autopilot without wondering where your next job's coming from. You'll learn how to make people trust you faster and actually get them to take action and blow all your competitors out the water. And it's really about attracting clients who value your work and avoiding all of the time wasters. It's about wowing people when they come to your website and making them feel compelled to take action with you. But before we start, please make sure that you have something to take notes on because there's a lot of features we'll be going through here. And you may also need to speak to your web developer to get some help with some of these features. Right, so are you ready to get into it? Let's go.
Welcome to the Elite Trades Community Podcast, the place where we help the trades and construction industry to nail their marketing, cut down their hours, build their business, lay down the tools, and raise the roof on profits. So get ready to take some notes from your host, Harry Wilkinson.
First up, you need a strong above the fold to really grab attention in the first 3 to 5 seconds when someone lands on your website. Nothing else on your website is going to matter here because if you don't get this part right, no one's going to stick around long enough to actually see any of the other content on there. So when I say above the fold, I mean everything the customer sees before any scrolling is done. Now this can be text, it can be imagery, and yes, it can 100% be a video too. And in fact, most trades businesses who have a short, professionally shot video of you and your team introducing who you are and what you do can be way more powerful than any other headline. But either way, the above the fold has to answer 4 things instantly. And write these down. Number 1 is what you do. Number 2, where you do it. Number 3 is who do you do it for? And number 4 is what do you want people to do next? And if it doesn't answer those 4 things clearly within a matter of seconds, you'll lose people. So imagine you're a loft conversion company based in Surrey. Now a strong above the fold might say, specialist loft conversions in Surrey, helping families create more space and add value to their home without having to move house. Get your free quote now. You can have a beautiful loft build or video or slideshow or something to accompany it in the background to really wow people and grab attention. If you are doing a professional video, which let me tell you is well worth investing into because it's a sales tool that will win your business for many, many years to come. But you want you on the first frame on a job saying something like, "Hi, I'm James from Surrey Lofts. We design and build bespoke loft conversions with zero stress for homeowners across Surrey." Then you want to showcase your work, adding testimonials, USPs, and all that type of stuff in it. And then you want to end it with, if you're thinking about growing your home, hit that button and let's start with a free consultation. Now, this is important because people want to know quickly whether you're the right person for their problem. The next big thing is personal and company branding. And I don't mean a little logo that's being made on Canva that cost you the same as a night out down at the pub. You need to create a sense of professionalism through your branding. You've got to consider everything on how your website looks and the feeling it portrays, the tone of voice that you use in your videos, the photography style and the images that you show. Stuff like having on-brand colors and fonts that stay consistent throughout all of it. Branding is what makes people feel like, yes, these guys are true professionals, not just some guy with a Facebook page and a rusty van, because professional branding creates trust before a word is even spoken. You also have to think about your personal branding, which is crucial. So if you aren't showing yourself and your team on your website, you're missing a massive trick. Remember that people buy from people, not from companies. So it's important to show your face, to share your voice, to openly talk about your story and your values. They need to be able to know you, like you, and trust you before doing any business with you. So get yourself on camera. Professional pictures of you smiling, looking friendly and approachable. Your team in the branded workwear on the jobs. Not flipping stock images that are obviously from Google or something that you've purchased online. Show you walking previous customers through a process, or you can even explain your process on camera instead of doing it on text on your website. Nobody wants to buy from a faceless company. Why would you be faceless? Have you got something to hide? Maybe you don't, but it's what your website visitors might actually be thinking. You see, once you nail all of this, people should be landing on your website and immediately feeling like this is a well-run business. They're slick, they're organized, they're professional, and they're not going to let me down. But if it looks the opposite, like it might do right now, people subconsciously think that you're going to be messy, unreliable, and risky. Next on the list is USPs, which stands for unique selling points. And this is one of the biggest reasons most trades websites don't convert people, because they all sound the same. Professional service, high quality, fully insured, boring. Yeah, so is everyone else. So your unique selling points are the specific thing that separates you from every other roofer, builder, landscaper, sparky, plumber in your area. And yeah, it's perfectly fine to have things like fixed price quotes and 10-year guarantees and same-day emergency call-outs, but I want you to really start trying to think outside the box here a bit more. Maybe a promise that tradesmen will arrive uniformed, wear fresh shoe covers, protect every surface with dust sheets, and leave the workspace cleaner than they found it. Maybe even a light fragrance at the end of each day. Or maybe a full job documentation where every stage of the job is filmed and photographed with updates sent directly to the customer. Or for a roofer, it could be maybe providing drone footage for work that, might not normally be able to be seen. Giving customers visual proof of what's being done and eliminating all of those trust issues. Or maybe it's something like, we promise to leave you fully satisfied along with a bottle of champagne for you to enjoy on your new patio. They're different, they impress, and they make you stand out. The next thing people are asking themselves is, can I trust you? Bringing me to the next topic of social proof, where you're basically letting other people sell for you. Now, anyone can say that they're good, but it's the social proof that proves it. And the most powerful form of any social proof is a video testimonial. And it doesn't have to be Hollywood level production. It's often good to have a mix of professional and quite a bit more laid back. Yeah, even if it's just a happy client on their phone, selfie style, it can sometimes come across more genuine. Saying something along the lines of, they turned up on time, did what they promised, and I loved the end result. They were polite, professional, and respectful at all times, and I couldn't recommend them enough. It's a huge tick in the box if you have a few of these when it comes to trust, especially when most of your competitors don't have this. Written reviews are also good as well because it's the ease of visibility. They're quick to scan, and if you show names and headshots along with the review, that's even better and more trustworthy. But you want to diversify your social proof as much as possible. Use all types, Google reviews that you can integrate into your website. Written testimonials with names and photos. Before and after photos with a caption of what's changed. Even case studies showing the story of a job from the very start to the finish. You see, many people chuck all of the reviews on one lonely testimonials page and it's hidden in the menu. Don't do that. You want to scatter them all across your website, under the fold that we mentioned earlier, on every service page, on your gallery pages, and even next to your quote form. Basically, anytime anyone's thinking about taking action, they should see some social proof, someone else who's already done it and they had a great outcome with you. You also want to encourage your customers to talk about any doubts or concerns that they had, and now how happy they are since they've received your service. Because other people visiting your website have the same or similar doubts and concerns. But when they hear from your previous customers that they had a positive experience, it handles the objection for you and moves them closer to taking action. Next is proof of your expertise. And this is about your knowledge, your skills, your qualifications. It's where you show your accreditations like GasSafe or FMB or CHAS or Trustmark, or maybe industry memberships that you've got or approved installer schemes. Maybe awards that you've won, features you've had in local news or magazines. Or you could even create blog posts or guides like how much does a house extension cost in 2025? Or videos of you explaining a process or answering a common question that people have. You don't need to be a YouTuber or an influencer. You just need to show that you take your craft seriously and demonstrate that you know what you're talking about. Saying, 15 years experience is okay, but showing you're an expert is different to claiming it. And it instills confidence into people as well. And if you want to charge higher prices and attract better clients, this is where you differentiate yourself. Show them that you're not just a tradesperson, you're an expert, you're a consultant, and you're a problem solver. Next up, the obvious one, but it's crucial, showcase your work. Don't just tell people what you can do. You've got to show them. Use before and afters, but make sure that they're relevant to the website page that they're on. So what I'm saying is don't show roof cleaning on a gutter clearing page. It needs to be on the roof cleaning page. So show loads of examples, the more the better, and you need to mix it up as well. Videos, images, time lapses. Images are quick to scan, but videos feel more real and show quality. You can show close-ups of neat work. Maybe clean brickwork that you've done, or perfect pipe work, or maybe a full extension build from start to finish. You can also do this through case studies too. In fact, I'm going to give you a case study structure right now, so write this down. Start with the project title, so it could be rear extension and open plan kitchen in Manchester. Then you want to show a short description like, we were contacted by a family who wanted more space without moving. We handled design, planning permission, and completed the build in 12 weeks. Then you want to show before photos, during photos, and after photos. The challenges the customer face needs to be on there as well. So tell people how you solved them. And finally, client feedback or a video testimonial. What this does now is it helps your website visitors imagine working with you. It makes your work feel real, not just stock images or anything like that. It's actual homes, actual builds, and actual people. Now let's talk about call to actions, because a lot of the time people don't struggle with traffic, they struggle with direction. And you don't want people landing on your page and think, okay, well, this is nice, but what do I do now? Yeah? Every single page needs to have one clear call to action. Not 10 different buttons taking them to 10 different places, just one main thing that you want them to do, which will most likely be get a free quote, book a site survey, or request a callback. And that call to action should be visible on every single page, ideally pinned in the top right of your menu too, and scattered throughout all of your pages whilst they're scrolling. And don't worry about your pages being too long. Just put more call to actions in, so if they're ready, they can straight away inquire, and if they're not ready yet, they can keep seeing and finding out more. Next on the list is expert copywriting. And good copywriting isn't about fancy words. It's about clear words. It's about explaining the problem, showing that you understand it, and offering a solution to it. Instead of saying something like, we offer high quality roofing services, well, you're not speaking directly to a person there. But if you say, leaking roof, ? Broken tiles, ? We'll replace your roof with no mess, no hassle, and provide you with a 10-year guarantee. It's the same service, but one speaks to a human where the other speaks to no one. So your copy should also answer all of the questions that people are already thinking, such as, do I trust you? How much will it cost? Will you turn up on time? Will my house be a mess? And what if something goes wrong? When your words answer all of those fears, people convert. But as tradespeople, you're probably not expert copywriters because that's not your bag. So this is where I'd recommend hiring one or using AI like ChatGPT and ask it to act as an expert copywriter for your website. Tell it about your business, your services, your target audience, the customer's pain points, and what the section of copy is actually for. You see, if it's for your About Us page, tell it a story, your mission, your vision, and all of your values. If it's your services page, explain every single detail about those services. The more context that you can give it, the better the result. And if AI isn't your thing, then I'd strongly suggest and consider that you get a copywriter in to do it for you. Again, it's a worthwhile investment. Now on to lead capture, because not everyone who visits your website is ready to inquire straight away. Roughly around 70 to 80% of your visitors are probably interested but not ready to contact you. So if your only option on there is to request a quote, you're losing leads every day. And this is where lead magnets come into it now. Something valuable that you give in exchange for their email. So it could be 5 things to consider when having a house rewire, basement conversion checklist. It could be 10 questions to ask before you hire a builder, or even an interior design inspiration pack. But once you've got it, you can exchange that for their details. And they need to automatically go into your email marketing campaign, where you send value like project photos or case studies, before and afters, giving advice to people, answering frequently asked questions, giving updates and other content that will encourage them to want your services. Now, if your service is quick, like emergency repairs, what you want to do is send emails daily for a few days, because that's the buying window. If it's longer, like an extension, then spread them out weekly over longer periods of time, like let's say 3 to 6 months, because that's the buying window. And this way you stay top of mind and offer so much help, advice and guidance so that when they are ready, you're the one that they're going to message. Next thing is to ensure that you have ease of contact. You need to make it effortless for people to contact you. And if someone has to hunt for your number or fill in 20 boxes on a form or manually email you, you've probably already lost them. So you need a clickable phone number on every page. You need a short contact form with name, phone, postcode, and a message with an auto confirmation so that they know you've received any requests and informing them on when you're going to respond by. You also need options to email, WhatsApp, or live chat, providing that you can manage it. Because people want instant reassurance. And if they don't get it, they'll go to the next website and just call them instead. Now, the next feature is frequently asked questions. And you want to use this section to answer objections before they're asked. And these save you time on the phone and they reduce hesitation from the customer. So good frequently asked questions are things like, are you fully insured and qualified? How soon can you start the job? Do you offer warranties or guarantees? What areas do you cover? And how does payment work? You see, if someone can't get this information quickly from you, but they can from your competitor, you've probably lost them, and there's a good chance that they won't even reach out to you. But if you answer these questions clearly on your website, whilst they're still there, they're more likely to move forward with you. And don't bury your frequently asked questions just on one page. You can include them on your service pages and right before your contact form too. Next on the list is social media icons and feeds. Now, your website should prove that your social media is active and real. And you can do this by integrating your social media into your website so that your posts that are going out on your socials appear in the same way like on someone's newsfeed, but on your website. Or you can have social media buttons where it'll take them directly to your company pages. Then they can see things like all of your latest projects, your TikTok transformation videos, YouTube walkthroughs, time-lapse builds, or even Facebook reviews. And most importantly, they can see that you're an active business that's in demand. Okay, moving on to the next, which is speed and performance. Because you could have the best looking website in your industry, but if it takes more than 3 seconds to load, a huge portion of those people have already gone. You see, every second delay after 3 seconds costs you conversions, and that's proven. So how do you actually fix this? Well, firstly, you need to compress your images before uploading them. Don't go uploading a 5 megabyte photo straight from your phone. And you can use tools like I Love IMG or compressjpeg.com to compress all of these for you. Also, you need to use proper hosting, not the cheapest £3.99 a month option, because you get what you pay for and they're generally really slow. Also, you need to avoid any heavy animations and giant video files on autoplay. And you can test your website using tools like Google Page Speed Insights or GT Metrics. A fast site feels trustworthy, but a slow one, it's just frustrating and it's a pain in the ass. Now, performance isn't just speed. It's also how well everything works once it's loaded. Your website should resize perfectly on desktop, tablet, and mobile as well. No text cut off, no buttons disappearing, no images that are misaligned. This isn't just design, it's user experience. Now let's talk about SEO, which stands for Search Engine Optimization. And it's all about getting found on Google and even through AI. Now, there's no point in having a killer website if no one can find it. So make sure that your Google business profile is fully optimized with photos, with opening hours, with your services, with posts that you're doing on a regular basis, and even reviews on there as well. And you also want to make sure that your business name and your address and your phone number is consistent everywhere online. And on your website, you'll probably want some help from a web developer, ideally one who specializes in SEO. But you need to add the locations that you cover into your page titles and the content that sits on your page, i.e. the text. And on your service pages, each main service needs its own page. So you don't want one page saying we do everything, but separate these pages into, as an example, loft conversions in leads, extensions in leads, garage conversions in leads. And roughly 8% of the words that you use should be your keywords that you get found by on Google. It rewards relevance and people want answers that are specific to the keywords that they're typing in. Then you need blog content. So write helpful posts that answer real questions that people type into Google. And you can also have AI help you with this. So create content like, how often should I service my boiler? Or do I need planning permission for a loft conversion? You see, these pages bring traffic of people searching these questions relevant to your services. And that traffic turns into leads. And if you're unsure what content to create, go to answerthepublic.com. And it helps you find out exactly what people are searching for online by showing you real questions, phrases, and topics that your target audience types into Google. So you can create content around whatever's showing on there. Now, blogs are also a great opportunity for you to include all of your keywords again, your services, the locations that you cover, and the search terms that people actually use. And each page on your website should have one main keyword that's used naturally in headings and text. Now, in the back end of your website, you need to write your meta title and your meta description properly, because that's the text that shows up in the Google search engine when people actually make the search. So you need to name your images properly too. So instead of having image 4729, you need to describe what the image is so that Google knows that, and it's more likely to rank you higher when someone searches for something relevant to it. SEO isn't about tricking Google. It's about giving it the information that it needs to prove that you're the most relevant and trusted option when someone's looking for your services. Okay, last few things now. You also need analytics and reporting, because if you don't measure what's working, you can't improve it. And you can't scale what you can't see. Now, at a minimum, you should have Google Analytics 4 installed, because this tells you how many people visit your site, where they came from, which pages they look at, and how long they stay, and what percentage of people converted or bounced. Each of those is a measurable action that tells you what's working. Once you've got that data, you can make smarter decisions about what to keep, what to change, or what to remove. And you might find that your solar page converts 3 times better than your EV chargers page. Now you know where to double down or what needs improving. Next, you need Google Tag Manager and the Metapixel installed on your website. You see, Google Analytics shows you what people are doing on your site, but Tag Manager and the Metapixel let you actually act on that data. Google Tag Manager is basically your tracking control center, where you install and manage things like analytics, like the Metapixel, like Google Ads tracking, and any other marketing tags without you having to get a developer involved every time. The Metapixel is a small piece of code that's provided to you by Facebook when you run ads. And once that's installed on your site, it lets you track who visits your site and then retarget those same people later on social media so that you can show all of your ads to those people. Now, when you combine analytics with insights and Tag Manager for deployment and the Pixel for retargeting, you move from observing your traffic to actively guiding more of those visitors to actually becoming your paying customers. Now let's talk about vetting, because if you're tired of wasting time on tire kickers, then you need to set up a vetting form with something that's known as conditional logic. And it's basically a smart form that filters people for you based on how they answer your questions. Now your form should ask things like type of project, when they're ready to get started, and a rough budget. And even if it's just a ballpark figure, that's fine. Now, if their answers match your ideal customer and they're serious and they're ready to start soon with a realistic budget, then they'll get redirected to the next step in your sales process. Maybe booking a call, maybe it's to arrange a site visit or to get an actual quote. But if they select things like we're just getting prices or maybe in 6 months' time, then they're going to get redirected to a different page. And that page might be showing starting from prices or giving some planning advice or even a polite message saying, due to demand, we're only taking on 2 major bills per month to ensure quality and personal service. You see, that one sentence instantly positions you as premium and filters out time wasters. It's not arrogance, it's authority, it's leadership, and it's having confidence in your process. So you can set this up in tools like Typeform, in Jotform, Go High Level, or even Google Forms, all of which have conditional logic. And it might take you an hour or half an hour maybe to actually build this out, but once it's live, it saves you hours every single week. And the system filters out all of the tire kickers for you, so you only spend time with serious customers who are ready to buy. So that's it for this episode. There's a lot of stuff we've been through in a very short space of time there. And each feature I could create a whole podcast episode on, which I will with time. So if you need help with anything mentioned in it, please feel free to reach out to me. And if you're not already part of the UK's #1 trades and construction Facebook group and community with over 170,000 members, then the link is in the description to join us. And if you got value from this episode, then please leave a review and I'll see you on the next episode.